I Shall Bloom Show. Yes, a show where we interview stellar individuals whose work and legacy has profoundly uplifted our communities for the better. Each week, we interview a new guest and we take a deeper dive into the work that they're doing in their lives, in our lives. Awesome. So today we have a special guest. He is known as Cassius Clay. Hey, so from time to time we interview Hall of Famers. So we have so many in San Antonio, Texas. So today we have Tony Moreno, and he is here. He's been here in San Antonio, and he was recently in 2020 adopted into the Hall of Fame. So today, without further ado, we have Tony Moreno. Welcome! Woo-hoo! Welcome, Tony. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, how we met? Well, they met my husband first, and he was so excited because he had met Tony, and Tony had met Cassius Clay, AKA Muhammad Ali. And so he's like, "You want to interview?" We have so much talent in San Antonio, and people think that just because you get older, we push people aside, but we don't do that here at I Shall Bloom. So I was so excited when they called and they remembered me here at the I Shall Bloom show. And so we're here with Tony Moreno, and he's going to tell us about, he was a boxer. And he was adopted into the Hall of Fame in 2020, but he's going to tell us the story of how he became a boxer, how it all started. So
when I started, when I was in high school, in middle school, and then I was in the recess, and then I was short, I wasn't so big, and a lot of boys that were bigger than me started pushing me around and hitting me around, and so I started fighting. I like to fight, so I started fighting, and then they report me with the teachers, and then the teacher reported to the principal, and then she talked to me. Hey Tony, I heard in every recess you're fighting a lot, so do you like to fight? I told her, yes, I do. So she said, I know a coach who trains here in San Antonio, in House of Neighborly. His name is Charlie Mata. I want to call him and bring him here. You want to talk to him? He said, yes. So the following day, I went over there, and he told me, all right, Tony, show me where the place was, and he took me over there. So I started, he put me some gloves, and I started punching the bag, and then I was hitting the bag, and he said, hold, you got a lot of energy, wait, this is the way. But I was punching the bag real hard. And
giving it to him, huh? Boom, boom, boom.
He said, hold it.
Hold on.
You're going too fast. That's where I started. And after that, I was the first. I went to the Golden Gloves, and I won. And then I fought the former champion, flyweight, and so I lost, and so they took me as a better weight, and then I fought there in Fort Worth for state, or I fought as a better weight. I wasn't a flyweight. I only weighed 110 and 112.
What's a flyweight?
They go there's junior flyweights and then flyweights. The junior flyweight weigh 100 pounds.
Junior flyweight.
The flyweight is 112 pounds limit.
Okay.
And then 118 that's the bantamweights.
So 112, and then the next one is the
bantamweight.
Featherweight.
And then lightweights. And then they go up welterweight.
Oh, and then bigger you are.
Heavier you are. That position you fight. I fought a lot of. When I went out of the United States to fight in Australia.
You went to Australia.
I went to Australia.
Yeah.
I went to Europe. I went to Egypt. I went to Japan, and then out there, I was fighting, but there were too many flyweights, so I had to fight there.
Yes.
They were heavier than me, but I
Yes.
went all the rounds and I
Whooped
was
them
good.
butt.
Yes,
So what was your power punch? Like, what was your 1-2 punch that you said that was the,
my power punch was, I know, they say that.
what was your punch?
Yeah.
Like, is the undercut or
Yeah,
what was yours? Do it.
Oh.
Oh. So you get them in the liver. Boom.
Yeah. Below, boom.
Oh, do it again. Do it now. You get young when you do it. Do it again. Let's see it. Oh, see that? Y'all get it? Boom. See that punch never dies though.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah,
You
yeah,
hit somebody again with that punch.
You got a first guy that's running around.
Yes.
Try to slow him down.
Yeah.
Just try to hit him in the liver here. So
Yeah.
you hit so too many times.
Yeah.
So he slowed down because he gets tired.
Ouch.
That was because I had a lot of guys that were fast.
Yeah.
Just
So that was your secret. You'd wait and let them get tired.
Yeah.
Like Muhammad will let people, and then he land on the rope and rest. And then he'll let them beat him. He'll lean on the rope, and then he'll let them beat, and then they tired. And then he here we go. Sting like a butterfly, sting like a bee, whatever that is. So you met at the time. You said his name was Cassius Clay.
Oh yeah.
Who is that? That's Muhammad Ali, right?
Yes.
So what happened?
He came to San Antonio.
Yeah.
And then I went up there to the room where he was, and then I talked to him. He said, he said, I'm Tony Moreno, Oh, so you're the little dynamite here in San Antonio?
What?
He said, yeah, I'm good, but not as good as you are. So you're the little dynamite here.
He said, y'all get that? He said, so Muhammad Ali told him when he came to San Antonio that, oh, you the little dynamite here in San Antonio. What'd you tell him, honey?
No, I'm not as good as you are, Muhammad.
Wow, that was awesome. So when you met, who else? De La Hoya, you met him. So what happened? When did you meet him?
I met De La Hoya when I went to Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was fine, and he was there, and I talked to him, and he came to San Antonio, but I didn't see him here in San Antonio, but I talked to him about there in La Jolla, in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles.
Yes.
So I know you said that you started boxing because you were being bullied.
Oh,
People
yes.
were beating you up.
In
What would
school.
you tell kids now? What would you tell kids?
Like
You think boxing is a good thing because it actually, it's a mind thing too, because you can't go and beat up everybody. And you learn how to talk. How you're like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to do this because your hands are deadly, right? So what would you tell kids who are being bullied?
Oh, well, to tell them, like myself, I was small, I wasn't so big. I was big boys, and they started pushing me around because I was playing ball, and I put them out, and they got mad. They pushed me on the floor, and I got up, and I started going after them, and then
he was already doing the 1-2 punch.
I was fighting, and then they got, I was going tipped up, and they started getting a bend, started swinging me. So I started, so I stopped, but he was there. There were about guys, they were big,
Yes.
And that time, like I was so many fighting, so they put me a nickname, and they put me Blackie.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Nickname.
Nickname was Blackie. Hey, Blackie. I wasn't. My nickname was Blackie.
Blackie, yeah, because you're dark.
And then when I started boxing, they changed my name to. They call Cassius.
So his nickname was Blackie at first, and then when he started getting that punch on you, they said Cassius. Cassius Clay, huh? Oh man, so many good memories, huh?
Yes.
So good memories. How'd you feel when they called you and said that you were going to be adopted into the Hall of Fame? How'd you feel about that when that day happened?
Yeah, I felt good, and they introduced me in the ring, Tony Moreno, now the Hall of Famer, There was a lot of people.
Yeah, clapping. Yes,
It was good. And
yes.
I know, like here, I don't know, here in San Antonio or Texas, there wasn't so many flyways. We 112 pounds.
Right, so
There
that's
were too many
why.
heavy guys. And I used to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. I went to
Latin.
Japan, South America, and
Yes.
there was a lot of small people, and there were flyways. But the first part I ever gone was Australia. I went to Australia. After I
Oh.
went to Australia, and the guy that I fought,
Mhm.
he was a better he was on flyway. He was big,
Oh,
and I
man.
was already there, so I fought him, and to me, that was the first kind I ever had. And so I started fighting, and
Yeah.
then
It shocked you when he got you,
and
huh?
then it was so close that they gave us a draw. I didn't lose a fight.
You didn't lose,
No, I
yeah.
did a draw.
And that was your first cut, like,
And first guy,
what'd you do? What? Ah!
and then they put me in,
Cream.
and then my coach that time
Yes.
we were coming back to San Antonio. We stopped at Hawaii, and I
Yeah.
went to
The
the first
beach.
time I ever been to the
That's
beach.
the first time. I'm from
First time-
California. Did you love that water? You
Yeah,
see how pretty that water
the
was?
water in the beach.
Hawaii?
No, it was when I went to the beach to Guadalajara. I tasted the water, boy,
Salt.
it was bad.
Ah, salty. Yeah, salty.
I really came out of my water because I never tasted the ocean.
Yeah,
I think
salt.
it was the ocean.
Yeah, that's the Pacific Ocean.
The water was salty.
Salty. Yeah, that's salty water. Yeah,
so
that's the beach.
I thought it was like huge,
Mm-mm.
so
It's salty.
I came out real quick for the water. It was
Oh.
bad water, but it helped me my eyes, but
It healed.
yeah.
That salt healed him.
Yeah,
So did you eat? Did they have the hula girls in Hawaii?
Oh, yes,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was nice. Awesome. So how many kids do you have? Your family? How
Oh, yes,
they're excited?
Oh yeah, but I'm divorced, and then
Okay.
they
Family.
I got I think I got 6 or 5, and I got twin boys, and I wanted them to be boxers, but
Yeah. Who's involved? Is there any fighters in the family? Not yet.
No, but their mother, they didn't like
Scared.
they're gonna be like you fight, cooking, came fight.
Family. Oh.
And
Okay.
so I didn't want them to fight because it's hard, I could train them, but it's
Your
like
mother,
you
yes.
gotta like it, like
Yeah. You gotta
like
want it.
like myself,
You wanted it.
I wanted to like us. You gotta sacrifice a lot of things,
Yes.
Sacrifice like going out, stay too late, like or
Family.
drinking, smoking.
Yeah.
And, kids.
You gotta be
go back.
strong.
You gotta leave that alone,
Mm.
And it's hard,
Amen.
Nobody likes to, they like to do a lot of things, like myself.
Mhm.
I used to drink, but with one beer, I used to.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
That's why I don't drink anymore. 'Cause,
It wasn't for you.
Yeah, but I
Some
used to,
people.
but my brothers, they all drink and everything.
Mhm.
And when we all get all together at a party or something, they bring a beer or something. I just only drink one.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
uh,
Well, that's good. That's good that you know how to control yourself because you have to have some type of control
oh, yes,
when you do those type of jobs, when you become a celebrity
oh, yes,
because everything is given to you.
Mhm.
Everything is given. Here, drink this. Here, take this.
Yes,
Hey,
yeah.
so you can say no, I don't want to do no. You know what I mean?
And
Because they
then-
put
and
that
then-
there for you,
and
right?
then, and that time, and then like my name was real high. My brother, he said, go, we got a beer joint,
Yeah.
with Tony Moreno, people. So I did. I put Tony Moreno. I was in Nogalito Street.
Yes, Nagalitos.
And they had Tony Moreno's lounge, and then I used to go there just so people would see me, and they used to give me beer.
Yeah,
I said,
everything.
They said, no, I can't. I'm training.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted me to drink beer.
Yeah. So you say no, I'm training.
And
And then,
And,
awesome.
and I had Tony Moreno's lounge. It was in Nogalitos. I had for 1 year, then after that I left it.
Yeah.
Because, they wanted me to be there, and
Hanging out. Yes.
and I-
And
And I can't be
marriage,
because I was training that time,
and marriage and family.
So it was nice,
Do you have any regrets? Do you feel that this was awesome for you? You feel, I mean, some people have regrets on, I wish I would have did this, or I could have did this one, whatever. Is there anything else you think that you would have done more if you could? If you could do?
Well, I always like to play sports,
Yes.
like playing baseball,
Mhm.
and now that boxing, and then what had trouble now with my eye, I got a cataract in my left eye,
Uh-huh.
and then I had trouble. Well, I put a new cataract in my right eye, but that was something of boxing,
Yeah.
And they like to say that
Attached.
you got hit too many,
Yeah.
and then sometimes I forget things, and
Sure.
maybe I make too many punches in my head,
Yeah.
And so-
You said maybe.
Yeah, but, it's boxing is you gotta be in shape,
Yeah.
because the other guy you're fighting, he
He's-
wants to beat you, and
Yeah, and you
gotta
want to beat
him,
him, so
You're not
you're
gonna-
beating each other.
Yeah, you're not gonna lay
You
back.
got to be moving, and you got to be. You
And-
can't just be sitting
and-
there
and
unless you Muhammad.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali used to just sit there.
But you got Muhammad. I like Muhammad's. I don't know.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, he
Yeah.
talked.
Oh,
Doo,
yeah.
doo, doo,
Yeah.
make you mad at him, huh?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
he was a good fighter,
Yeah. So okay,
Yeah,
well,
I remember him when he started Cassius Clay, boy, Cassius Clay,
yeah.
and then when I like that thing in the boys club,
Mhm.
and I had it back down. Hey, we got Muhammad and Cassius Clay here.
Yeah.
And then everybody called me Cassius. Hey, Cassius.
Cassius.
That was my nickname, Cassius.
Cassius and Blackie.
And he's Muhammad.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. Good memories.
They were good years.
That's awesome.
I'm glad I still remember something.
Yes,
I've
amen.
been hit and I hit too many times.
But you still
Yeah.
remember those good
Yeah.
memories, and
Yeah.
that's good. That is so good. Thank you. And everyone, we welcome Tony here. Boxing is a very hard job. It's you have to really want it because your body is getting beat, and then you're beating someone else's body. So you must really want it. It's not all about the money because at the end of the day, it's about your life. And so it's good that he's here at the I Shall Bloom show. He still has the memories that he's able to talk about those good times. And we like to hear more and more. I thank you again, Mr. Tony Moreno, for coming to the I Shall Bloom show. And thank you so much. Again, my name is Sandra, and I'm the host of the I Shall Bloom show. I can be reached at Sandra@ishallbloom.com. And also, too, I need you to go to YouTube, type in I Shall Bloom show. I need you to subscribe. I need you to like and ring that bell because you never want to miss a premiere episode of the show. And remember, I shall bloom, you shall bloom, and we shall bloom. Bye now. Bye.
Bye.